Welcome back to Not So Grand Garage. We're out in the shop tonight and got a little project on our hands. We are working on the flatbed again. As you can see, I've got the rear tank out, but hidden up beside the rear tank, which I've replaced the rear shackle mounts on both sides on this truck because they were rotten. But yeah, this frame rail right here is has seen better days. So I'm gonna support the frame. I'm gonna pull this mount down out of the way. We are going to run 24 inches of 1/4 inch by 5 flat bar up inside this frame rail, which will bring us up to about here. I'm gonna angle cut the ends of that so it got more weld surface. We will drill holes through this so I can clamp it down tight, rosette weld or plug weld the plate to the frame rail on the inside. We're gonna drill our holes and we're gonna sandwich this back together. And as you can see, some hack at some point cut this frame horn off back here right behind this cross member, which royally screwed me as far as mounting a decent hitch back here, which I've had this set up laying around for a good while now, and I would like to get it installed, but as you can see, there's not enough material here. Just won't work. So I'm going to modify the brackets a bit. I'm going to extend this out with our plate down here, and I will gusset it back in to the cross member as well to reinforce everything where the hitch is going to mount. But anyways, we're going to tear into this. I've already got the frame supported a little bit, so yeah, let's get it torn apart and see what we're looking at. So got the frame of the truck supported, got the rear spring hanger unbolted and removed. Now we need to get our plate, which is down here, in place. And I think what I can do is drive it in from the back. At least that's what I'm going to try to do. Drive it all the way forward as far as I can, leave it hanging out a good bit, clamp it, and yeah, see if that works. Got our plate cut, got some holes drilled in it so I can plug weld it in place, got the end cut off to a point, and so far I'm having luck driving it in place. It's going right in alongside that rear cross member, didn't have to notch it or anything. So I'm going to drive it all the way forward and see how that looks. We've got the plate driven into place, and yeah, I think it'll work. It's extended past the frame horn end a fair bit, so I'm gonna get my big C-clamps in here, bring it in, clamp it tight to that rail, and start burning it in. Once it's welded in solid, we'll come along the outside, use these holes as well, you can't really see them. Once I get it welded in, we'll come on the outside. We'll use these holes for pilots and drill through for our spring hanger. Get our spring hanger bolted back up and sandwich the plate and the frame with the spring hanger. And that should strengthen everything back up. We shouldn't have anything to worry about. I'm going to repeat the process over on the driver's side, although this frame rail is in much better condition. So there was a bunch of garbage stuck up here next to this tank. The tank was rotten out and everything else. So I'm pretty sure that's what caused it over here. But we're going to go on and do both sides. That'll give us plenty of material on the back side to mount our hitch to. And we'll be able to tie into that, brace it all up real nice. But yeah, I'm going to wrap this up here for just a little bit. I got to go in the house, get some stuff done with the kiddos. I will be back out here tonight to get this buttoned up. Well, I'm back out here and trying to button this side up. Yeah, don't worry about the bed mounts. All that crap's going away. This bed's coming off here when I spray the body here soon, and we're going to clean up how this bed mounts and clean up the underside of it. Do some work under there. But anyways, back to this. So we got our all our plug welds in from the outside that I can get. Got the holes re-drilled through our plate. Now we gotta get under here and finish weld this plate in. And once we're done there, I'm gonna come out here, I'm gonna give it a nice coat of paint so I can get that mount bolted back up, get that spring stuck back on there, and this side will be wrapped up pretty well. A nice heavy coat of paint behind where the spring hanger mounts, so rust shouldn't be an issue. Well, as you saw, passenger side frame rail is patched up, and got the spring hanger bolted back up, got everything painted with a good coat of oil-based implement paint. That's what I've been painting the underside of the floor and anywhere that I'm trying to keep the rust at bay for a while. The floor pans underneath anyways are going to get a coat of Raptor liner when it's all said and done. The frame may as well. Not sure yet, but anyways, you may wonder why I didn't go on and paint all the way around. It's because I'm going to go on and do the other side as well. Frame rail on that side is in really good shape, but I'm going to go on and double it up just like I did the passenger side. We will sandwich plate or sandwich bolt the rear spring hanger just like we did the other side, and that's going to give me a little bit more length on that frame rail to be able to tie the new hitch mounts and everything into down the road. Once I get this side patched up, or reinforced I guess I should say in this case, I will go through and finish painting that whole well where the fuel tank mounts. And then, not sure if you'll be able to see it or not, but there is a 38-gallon tank sitting in the front seat of the truck, ready to go. That will go up in the factory rear location. It will get a sump, which I've got the kit for that. I've got all the plumbing. We'll be running a sump kit on it, 1/2-inch lines all the way up. We'll be running a WVO Designs heated filter head on it. May throw a flat plate heat exchanger on it as well, because I'm going to try to reduce my gasoline content in my oil blends in this truck. But there's been quite a few people claiming they run straight oil in these trucks, and I've never tried it. So we're going to use a little heat to thin the oil out instead. But that is all to come. So for now, I'm going to cut you all off here. When we get back, we should be wrapping up and just about ready to put the rear tank in. So we'll see you then. Well, we just about got the fuel tank ready to go in. Got our El Cheapo 0 to 90 ohm sender. This is one of the universal types. It's adjustable in height, length, all that stuff to set your tank depth. Got it all set up. I went on and I put Loctite on the screws, but I went on and tacked the components together so it can't come apart. And yeah, we have our sump put in as well. See this direction. Got everything cleaned out on the inside for the most part. There's a few little things left in there that I can't quite get out, but that'll be all right. So gonna finish buttoning this up, and get it slung under the truck. Well, we've got the tank ready to go in. The factory vent put back in. I'm not going to rely on the fuel tank to ground this sending unit, so I went on and ran a ground wire separate right off the one of the screws that mounts the sending unit. It's going to go up and it's going to mount to the frame once the tank goes in place. But yeah, on this truck, how it's set up, there is nothing above the backside of the tank to interfere with the sending unit. There's nothing that rides here like there would be on a truck with a regular bed, so watch out for that. If you're putting these tanks in and you're wanting to run a different sending unit than the factory one, pay attention to where you mount it, because these indentions right here are for the bed floor supports. They run real tight through here, and I'm not sure if there's enough space wherever, so you just pay attention to what you're doing. But anywho, yeah, I'm gonna get this down and get it put up underneath the truck. Well, that was fun, but transmission, transfer case, drive line, all of that stuff is back in the truck. And if you can see back there, fuel tank is in and ready to be plumbed up pretty well. But that's not gonna happen yet because I want to pull this bed off. Right now I'm working on draining the bed mounted tank 5-6 gallons at a time, which, you know, good fun, slow going, but so be it. We're going to get this tank emptied, get all the stuff out of that. Then I've got everything hooked back up under the hood, got the batteries charging up, so I'll be able to start it and move it under its own power. We will back it out of the garage and set some jacks up, cut the mounts on the bed, and pull this bed off. Once that's done, we'll roll the truck back in the shop, and I'll be able to plumb the tank, both fuel tanks, because I'm replacing the front one as well. While the bed is off, that'll make it a lot easier. I'll be rewiring the whole back half of the truck because the wiring is completely hacked. There's wire nuts and everything else all through the back harness on this truck, so that's all getting replaced. I'm also going to run new brake lines from front to back. I've already done the front a few years ago. The back, there's a bunch of repairs and stuff done to that line that I didn't do, and I just want I want it all new front to back so I don't have to worry about it. But yeah, it's coming along. Hopefully the goal is to have this thing ready to spray by the end of next week. All that I've got left, which I got rear doors, because these have a little bit of rot in the bottom. The ones I got are solid. I need to swap this door, both front fenders out, and then it'll be ready to scuff and shoot pretty well. But it's all happening. It's coming together slowly but surely. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up here. If you got any comments, questions, complaints, drop them in the comment section below. If you want to support the channel, there is a PayPal account set up. It's link to that is in the video description. You can also get our merch, our black diesel gear, all of that at the website. It's www.notsograndgarage.com. If you would, hit that thumbs up button because it helps us out quite a bit and doesn't cost you anything. If you haven't already, please subscribe. We appreciate you watching. We'll see you soon.